Hi, welcome to my fourth video. Yes, would you imagine that I have come this far already? So anyway, for my friends who are coming back, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. And for those who are new to this channel, welcome. I hope that you would also learn from the experience that I had in this journey. In this video, I am going to share with you an easy and fast-growing indoor plant in my collection, and that is the pothos group. I would say that easy plant is relatively a subjective statement for a plant. In my experience, I say that they are easy because with the current situation in our home and my lifestyle, I have made them happy. As I have mentioned before, I do not have the luxury of so much light, and I also do not want to spend money for grow light. Well, if you can see in this picture, I have a grow light, but I have not used this. I've only used that last winter. So plants can survive at low light situation is perfect for my place. And since they are exposed to low light, they don't also need much water, which make my life even better. I work full-time and I do not have much time to check on them. One good thing also about pothos is that it is commonly available in any nursery, and if you get lucky, you can buy this at affordable price in a big box store. Like for example for this one, this is a golden potho, and I got this from a local nursery for $18. And I bought it as a hanging plant. And sometimes it is cheaper to buy it that way rather than when it is stake already. My goal for this plant is to have its leaves bigger. And they say that the stimulus to do this is to have this climb up rather than vine down. Next to this is another genus of plant, but it is also known as silver pothos or satin pothos. It is a slow-growing plant, but they have the same requirement as the other pothos. Next is my manjula pothos. It is a patented variety produced by the University of Florida, which features wide, heart-shaped green leaves. Its foliage is variegated with shades of silver, white, cream, and light green. So we have talked already about light requirement. Now let's discuss about water. I usually wait until the top 2 to 3 inches of the soil is dry before I water. But this one has been overdue, as you can see. It shows in the leaves. But I am not so concerned for dehydration because it is easier for me to catch up when they are dehydrated rather than when they are overwatered. When I was starting, I usually used a water meter, and I highly suggest this to beginners. So all you have to do is just stick it in your soil, and then it will give you a grade if your soil is very dry, moist, or very wet. You can find this water meter in any nursery, Amazon, or garden store. I got this from Home Depot, and I guess it only cost me like around $10. So when you water it thoroughly so that the roots will be well hydrated. Make sure that after you water, it is not sitting on the water. So when I just started, I did not know that this bottom of the pot is removable. So for a while, most of my plants has been sitting on the water. So it's very important that you check, especially when you just buy a plant, because almost always there is water accumulation here. Because in the nursery, especially in the big box stores, nobody will check if the water has been removed from this part. These plants are not only easy to grow, but they are also very easy to propagate. So things to remember when you are propagating this. One is it's very important to sterilize your pruner with at least hydrogen peroxide, that's what I use, to make sure that you do not pass the infection from one plant to another if there is something from the previous plant that you have used this pruner. Second is for every cutting, you make sure that there is a node included, because in this node, this is where the roots will develop. And then the third important thing to remember is you should expose these cuttings to an indirect light, but not to a direct light, because it will also burn your leaves. This is a 1 to 2 weeks old propagation with some roots already and a new leaf here. For fertilizer, I just started using this Osmocote. Before, I was using the fish emulsion fertilizer. A lot of people will recommend it because it is organic, but then it's just so time consuming and it doesn't smell good. So with this Osmocote, I just started it like for a month now. So I have not seen like very significant effect yet, but it is so easy. You just add it to your soil, mix, and then everything will just be taken care of every time you water the plant. I never had issues with pests with my pothos, but the only challenge that I have is this browning of the leaves, which I don't understand. Is it because of the water that I'm using? I don't think this is secondary to sun exposure, because this neon potho has never been exposed to direct sun. So anybody there, paging plant friends who can identify what's wrong with this plant, I hope you can leave me a comment so you can help me solve this problem. Also, if you have any other issues or challenges in your pothos, please let's share it together so we can learn from each other in this journey. I guess that's all for now. See you again in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.